So I'm going to start with a rehearsal. So at 7, you'll know your part, all right? So this song says, grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. That's all the words. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Yeah. Again. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. All right, now take it up. Up until you sing with me. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Let's take it up. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Let's take it up higher. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Now stay right there for a little longer. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. One more. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. One more time. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful, to be grateful, to be grateful in my soul. I'm grateful in my soul. I'm grateful in my soul. In my soul, I'm grateful. Hey!
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
Isn't that a great song?
Yep.
You don't know the words to that one. Hey, Ginger, Maxine, all my friends are in the house. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I am only here for God. Oh, and no more struggle, no more strife.
yes.
Thank you, Rickie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everyone,
Thank
tonight. My name is Frank Williams. I'm president of Spiritual Unity Movement, and this is my wife, Dina Efferson Williams. She's ceremony director, and I would like to just take a moment and thank all our board members. Vice President, Reverend Nancy Fuller, there she is up on the screen. Also, our secretary, Reverend Burl Bollerjack, and our treasury, Elizabeth Curran. Treasurer, and Dina, as I mentioned here, and our director of healing ministry is our Reverend Florence Riggs. She's up over there in the corner or up on the screen as well. And our volunteer coordinator, Dr. Kathleen Ale. Thank you so much. And spiritual message of the moon is kind of being handled by two people now, Arlene Erickson, and we want to give a big shout out to Lynn Hopkins. Hope she's doing well. Hope she's feeling fine. And also our wise woman in residence, Kabbalah Bach. We love her dearly. Thank you so much, Kabbalah. And that will be doing it. Oh, we have an advisory board member, Dr. Reverend Elder Patrick J. Harbula. So, and that is it. I'd just like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And now I'm going to hand it over to our Reverend Vice President Nancy Fuller.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We're so excited that everyone has joined us tonight for our Spiritual Unity Movement Full Moon Meditation. We just are so excited. We have been doing these meditations, these full moon meditations, for over 20 years. We've been doing them in the Valley at the Onion, and now we've moved on to Zoom. So we're so grateful that everyone could be here with us tonight. The reason we do these ceremonies is to link up with other groups around the world at the time of the full moon, which is such a magical, mystical time, and to meditate for global peace and global knowledge and global wisdom. So it's that spiritual essence that we want to bring to the ceremony, that we want to bring to each other, and we want to connect in our heart and our soul with those around the globe tonight. So it's very exciting. We as a organization have a mission statement, and it is that we want to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community meditation and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies and all of humanity with the life transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. Is what we always say when we're together. So, and now we are all together via Zoom, which is fantastic. I'm just so excited. I'd like to just tell you a little bit about our organization, that we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, all volunteers, as our president, Frank, just pointed out. And many of us for the last, 10, 15, 20 years have been dedicated to bringing these ceremonies and having them out in the public for that amount of time every month. So as we are a 501c3, all our donations are tax deductible. We would love it if you could share a donation with us tonight. You can do that via PayPal. Liz, our treasurer, is also going to put a link in the chat so that it would make it that much easier for you. We like to joke that we're an all denominational organizations, so we accept denominations of all sizes. But usually when we got together in person, we would ask for $15. So whatever you could give, and if you can give nothing, your heart and soul is with us tonight, and that's all we really need and want tonight. Just your blessing to be with us. So We also have a healing ministry. I'd like to bring that up since Florence is with us. She's the director of our healing ministry. And if you would like to send a prayer request, you could do that through our email, which I had here a few minutes ago. Oh, here it is. sumfullmoon@gmail.com. And we will, if you send a prayer request, Florence will get it out to the healing team and we will pray over those requests. So we would love to do that for you. I think that might be it for the opening words at this time. We're just so excited to have Rickie with us. I told Rickie I haven't seen her for a long time, but she has blessed my heart for years through her CDs and her music. And so I was just jumping out of my skin when I heard that she was going to be with us. I was so excited. So I know all of you are excited too. So now I will turn the program over to Dina Efferson Williams, who will give us our opening ritual, candle ritual lighting. Thank you.
And good evening. It's my pleasure to present the opening and closing rituals for our participation this evening. And we begin our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, be with us here now. Hold the space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light, that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing, that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our hearts to your infinite presence, that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and the paths to God are many. In our opening ritual, we will honor the world's religions and the many names of God. And this will be done with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world. After which, we together will sound the Om. Om is an ancient sacred tone. It's a deepening. Sounding the Om allows an intoning of grace, balance, and empowerment. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances of this sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each on your own note, in your own time, with a continuing free-form rhythm, creating a beautiful tapestry of healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God, Great Spirit, divine essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. Om. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao, spirit arms us with love. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. Om. In the tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the divine mother loves, nurtures, and sustains all. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and your neighbor as yourself. Om. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is love. Om. In the sacred tradition of First Nations peoples of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, you may now together say any names of divinity that you would like to invoke. And so now, let us uncross our legs if they aren't already uncrossed, and close our eyes if they aren't already closed. And together, in our own spaces, let's take a long, deep breath in and out, and in and out. And as you take another deep breath, just let yourself relax and let go of the day. Let it go. Let go of the people. Let go of the places. And just be. And when you are ready, put your feeling attention into your heart center and relax. Just imagine a bright, warm sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. The sun is releasing a pure white light. This light is floating down, filling your head, filling your neck. It floats across your shoulders and down your arms, out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are now enveloped in this pulsating, purifying light of the sun. And as the sunlight continues to float down your body, through your legs and out the bottom of your feet, it washes away all impurities, all imperfections, all pain, all dis-ease is washed away deep into the central core of the earth for transmutation. Your body is filled with this divine energy. So knowing right now, we are all perfect, whole, and complete. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand out through your auric field. Knowing that it fills the first layer, we extend into the second layer around our bodies. And now we're into the third layer of energy around us, and the fourth. And as you continue to feel the perfection of your light body, allow it to expand and fill the room you're in. Fills that space with divine essence. Continue now to expand your awareness and divine essence out of the space you're in. Imagine it, intend it, know that it's now permeating all of the airspace around where you live. The city, the town, the state, the country. Feel it to know it as it floats out across all of the United States of America. This entire hemisphere, continually working its way around the globe. We know that we are sending this beautiful white light of perfection, which is vibrating and connecting all the beings on the planet who gather with conscious intent to heal, to balance, and to harmonize and unify islands of light. As we take another deep breath in, out, we join in consciousness, setting the vibrational tone for this ceremony. The spark within is ignited by the spiritual light within, and we move ourselves gently now and slowly, still, grounding ourselves where we are, reconnecting with our space, connecting with our bodies, breathing deeply, aware of where we are and conscious of it. We bring our awareness back into this space as we carry forward into this beautiful, wonderful ceremony. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your meditation. Have a blessed evening. Enjoy.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. I just want to remind everyone, because this is a large Zoom group and they might have come in a little later and seen us doing our ceremony, that Rickie Byars is here. She is our keynote speaker. She will be giving us her words of wisdom and blessing us with her voice. So don't despair. We're going to have her on for a long time, probably 40, 45 minutes. I just don't want anyone to leave thinking they got in the wrong Zoom. So Rickie is here and she will be with us. So we have just a couple more things opening ceremony items to do, and then Rickie will join us. So now I want to turn it over to Arlene, who will give us our message of the moon, and then we'll have Florence do an Om Shanti chant and in celebration of Rickie, and we will get to Rickie. So Arlene, take it away.
Good evening, everybody. Every year from approximately July 22nd to August 22nd, Leo season stirs up cravings for drama, sets the stage for you to fulfill your most heartfelt, fiery desires, and makes it possible to pinpoint luxury-loving ways to share what's in your heart. This steamy time of year is generally a buoyant, confidence-boosting one in which we've finally gotten into the groove of summertime and are well prepared to let loose and get after what we want and need the most. But this year, the day after the sun moves into the fixed fire sign, a full moon in Aquarius offers up a tense reality check. If you were born under the sign of the water bearer, that's approximately January 20th to February 18th, that's me, or with your personal planets in Aquarius, you'll feel this full moon more than most. More specifically, if you have a personal planet that falls within 5 degrees of the moon, you could feel weighed down by the heavy-duty emotional messages of the event. So what are these messages? Here we go. It's time for those under the water bearer to look inside for heartfelt sympathy for all those around you. It's time for those around you to put on their thinking caps and get down to business. No longer delay those events that have been pending. The times are moving quickly. One must not tarry in the here and now. One must get on with the business. This full moon weighs heavily on the heart. Suspense must not be put at bay. Deep breaths will aid in the healing of the heart and of those feelings which have been building up inside. They must come to peak. Of resentment, the time has come to rid it from the body, the mind, and the spirit. Take advantage of this time and the pressure it brings to ease the tension, and acceptance will be yours. The water bearer brings a divine intervention that is yours for the asking. Just let it be so, and it is so. The blessings of the Aquarian age are upon us. For those so fortunate to be of like mind, under the care of the water bearer, rest assured that all is in control in this universe and beyond. Heal thyself, and your wishes, desires, and tools will come to fruition. Blessings and good night.
Thank you, Arlene. That was beautiful and something I could take to heart. So now, Florence Riggs, we would love to hear our Om Shanti chant, which we have sung in our ceremonies for a good 12 to 13 years, all as a group dancing and oming, and you have been our faithful leader. And so I would love for Rickie to hear it right now.
There's a little activity going on around here, and Kabbalah's finally coming in too. So it's my great honor and pleasure to be able to sing Rickie's song tonight, a song that really has hit us very, very deeply, and that we have sung for many years now. So if anyone is not muted, I suggest that you mute. And if you would like to sing along with the Om Shanti, please feel free to do that in your own space. Let's get Kabbalah over here. Byars, Kabbalah. Okay. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om. Om Shanti Om. Peace within my mind. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om. Om Shanti, Om. Peace within my heart. Peace, peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om. Om Shanti, Om. Peace within the earth. Peace within the earth. God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to be. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om. Om Shanti, Om. Om. Om Shanti. Om.
Woo!
Yes. Woo! Beautiful, Florence.
Beautiful. Kabbalah.
Hi, baby. Right there.
So we are at that time. I would love to introduce you and read the biography, if you don't already know, of Rickie Byars. She is one of the most acclaimed and beloved singer-songwriters in the genre of inspirational new thought music. Through her 3-decade career as both a solo artist and a musical director of an over 200-member choir for 32 years, Byars has created a music catalog of hundreds of deeply soulful and heartfelt songs of spiritual renewal, uplift, and empowerment that have struck a powerful chord with audiences around the globe. Her music resonates through churches globally. Live streamers who take part in her weekly devotionals are uplifted through her music and her message. Always delivered with joy and laughter, she has created the first inspirational 24-hour radio station, B Radio, which boasts thousands of listeners. Rickie has released 9 albums over her illustrious career. Rickie cares deeply about the community, underserved communities, and particularly the treatment of African Americans, and dedicates much of her time to social activism. She established Kumba in Motion, a nonprofit educational initiative that empowers children to discover their inherent gifts and talents through exposure to nature, the arts, and creative science so they can contribute to humanity and the planet as a whole. For 23 years, Rickie has co-led Soul Sisters Today, empowering women through workshops, meditations, and healing modalities. She sits on the board of directors of Voices for Freedom, an abolitionist organization that works to free the 70 million modern-day slaves around the world. Without further ado, please welcome our friend and love, and we just are so excited, Rickie Byars.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo! You know, it's so great to be here. And Florence, you and Kabbalah, come on now. Hey, Kabbalah, I love you, girl. I like it when you sped up. It was really good. And Florence, your voice is just delicious. Always has been. Thank you so much, Nancy, for that great introduction. All of that stuff is true. Dina, that was a great, great, great ritual. Thank you. And Arlen, thank you for that full moon in Aquarius. Now I know why I'm going crazy. Love, 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 everybody. Love, 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 when it's hard to love. Love, our loving will change the world. Sing, sing, sing Unmute for a moment so I can hear you. Unmute. Everybody unmute.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Sometimes you need to hear
Yay!
the growing.
All
Hear what the
right.
Happy,
universe is
happy.
saying. Sometimes we need to hear what the universe is saying, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to hear it. You know, sometimes it's just too quiet up in here. It's like, hey, are you ready? Oh wow. I'm so glad I chose that song. I didn't have a song list. I don't roll like that. You know, I just show up and let what wants to be known, right? Because I wouldn't have known that Dina's a ritual would be so empowering, so deep, you know, with the candles and the ohms and that everything that has happened and transpired tonight, Nancy and her kindness, everybody, I wouldn't have known what I would feel like after that. And so I'm very, very much the fizzler. I'm here sizzling in divine awareness, and I am thankful that I finally stopped trying to make myself somebody else. Accepted who I am. Right? Right? Come on with it now. You know that I accepted that, you know what? I'm a singer. I am a composer. I am a messenger for the Most High.
Yes, you are. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's what I am. It's like I don't, you know, it's like I don't, I now I know, you know, I've learned so much in this extraordinary divorce. You know, those of you who didn't know, you just found out. But like it's like I was married to this really wonderful teacher, and then he was my songwriting partner, and then he was my husband, and now we're trying to be friends maybe. But in any event, we're still co-songwriters, and we wrote a beautiful book of music together that will stand the test of time. So it's very clear to me that the relationship was about the unfolding of this enormous vibration of music. Okay? So that the friendship was to reveal something even greater than we could reveal as husband and wife, but that we revealed through our vibration together through song, you know. And it's like it's so I'm very clear in myself that while this person had told me once, and once I remember I had this scenario in my head. I was like, I'm going to the school of ministry. You know, I'm going to go to the school of ministry. I'm a practitioner and I've done all of that. So now I'm ready to go higher, you know, like a minister is higher. Like a minister is not higher. A minister might be deeper in many aspects, but it's not higher. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not higher, it's just deeper. You know, it's a deeper walk. A minister goes through a lot. A minister has to well, I was already a minister, I just didn't know it. So I remember this wonderful morning where we were walking the dogs, and I was trying to build up to break the news to this man that I was married to, that I was going to go into the school of ministry, that I had this good news. And I was like, okay. And it's 5:30 in the morning. I was like, okay, just, and it wasn't daylight savings time, so it was still dark outside, right? And Kabbalah, I go like, oh, I got something to tell you. And so he was like, okay, what is it? What is it? I was like, I'm going to enter the school of ministry in the fall. I want to be a minister. And he said these magic words. What you want to do that for? Now, at the time, that was very devastating to me. I'm going like, dude, what you telling me? Now it's hilarious. Now it's totally funny. But at the time, it was like a scythe to my heart. It was like I'm thinking like, whoa, you don't, there's no support, it feels here. But what he knew was that I was already that. He didn't say that. He in his mind, and I'm not blowing up Michael, but I just know the way he rolls as a person, that he couldn't say that. But what he was really feeling was that you already got it. You just don't know it, but you already doing that. So he's like, what do you want to do that for? Right? And now I've accepted that. Like, I don't have to be deep in my mind to be relevant, because deep in my mind is my thought of myself. But there is something that is greater about me that is the truth of me. It is the very life and core and essence of who I am. And while I couldn't make myself learn that, I began to let and allow myself to accept the being that I really, really am. Because we are magnificently made, we're awesomely made. But so many times, the programming in the world has been like, well, if you do this, you're awesome. If you can write your name really straight, like it says on the paper, then you will be awesome. Now, you know, I couldn't write like they said on that paper. I mean, I was never going to be the one to have perfect penmanship. My mom had that. My mother was ambidextrous. She could write with both hands, and her penmanship was perfect in the colonial sense. You know what I mean? And my mother was like she, I don't know what they call them, but she was before the baby boomers. You know, I think they say the boomers are 1946 to 1964 or something like that. I mean, you know, these categorizations of us, but I think they call that group the silent something. You know, the silent people that wouldn't that held their truth and wouldn't always, I mean, not all the women, because you know, we know some women that would tell you what it is, and my mama was one of them. But when she was younger, she held a lot of secrets. She didn't share a lot of very personal information, you know. But one thing about it is, it's like she came through a system where it was very important for you to follow those rules in order to achieve. Now the rules have shifted. They've changed. They've changed, you know? But in my time, when I came up as a boomer, you had to qualify to be good. You had to show what you were made of. And it started with your handwriting. It started with your art. It started with your voice. It started with achieving. If you didn't achieve, then that meant that, you know, then you didn't get to go. You didn't get to pass go and get your $200. You know, you didn't get to do it. So now that the blinders have been taken off of me and I'm completely wild again, and that didn't come from divorce, that came from the Holy Spirit. And that didn't come 2 years ago. That came many years ago. Many years ago, like I think it was about 1987, 1988, when I got the Holy Spirit just shook me like this, took me way up on a mountain, showed me the Spirit showed me, and it looked like it was a bunch of grandmothers. Like they had me up on this mountain, and it was like this 360 panoramic view, and they're showing me, because in real life, I was melting down. I was having a breakthrough, right? I was crying. I was like just really crying, and they took me up, but the singer was singing. You hear what I'm saying? There was somebody that was singing that was causing this to happen. There was an something of sound, of vibration, of this. But it was like a singer. You know, she was singing like Florence, and she was singing to, he was singing. His name was Terry Bradford. He would go on to win Star Search and all that stuff, but Terry was singing to me. But it was Michael's ordination. But who got ordained that day? Who got ordained that day? They took me up on that hill, because I was crashing. Believe me, I was crashing. I was running into the wall. I was so afraid. I won't tell the whole story, but it was just like I was trying to make something happen in my awareness. And everything on that paper that I was looking at says, you are in big trouble and you will not live through this. You want to know what it was? Unmute and let me know if you want to know what it was.
I want to know what it was.
Okay,
Yes.
Louis.
Yes, tell
I
us.
want to know what it
Yes,
was.
yes,
Yes.
Let
Tell
me
us,
tell you
tell
what it
us.
was. Let me tell you what it was. I was in a relationship that was that had a conditional loving going on, right? And I was an artist and I was married to a musician, but we had two beautiful children. So it was beautiful reason. Everything was good. Like all my mistakes that I've made, they were all perfect. I made perfect errors. Oh my God. Every mistake, even getting married between classes, the first marriage, that was perfect. Everything I did was perfect. It was my errors were all the right thing, even though they looked terribly wrong at the time. So whatever it is that we're doing, even if it looks like it's wrong, it's the right thing. It is the right thing to get us to wake up so that we can return to our wild nature, our original being. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know
Yes.
what? This group, I know you know. I see what y'all doing over here.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything is getting us back to square, but not square, circle one, even before there was a number. Circle original of who it is that we were. And at that time, I had a little group together that used to sing at the spiritual center that was Agape, that was known as Agape. A lot of you on here know about Agape. But Agape was an amazing spiritual community during the time that I was there. And this was the beginning of it. It was just about a year and a half old. And Michael was having his ordination or installation or whatever it was that they were doing. So he put together his program and he put the singers in because he used to do that kind of thing. He really knows flow very well. I know Mary and Diana though. Well, that's an inside joke. Anyway, Flo, Mary, and Diana, you know the Supremes. But anyway, I know how to do that part really, really well. But that wasn't my job at the time. I was still a newbie at Agape, and Agape had been around just a year and a half. The program had Cynthia James at the front. Then they had another great singer named Candace Ballard. Then they had Maxine Weldon, who was a great jazz singer. They had all these great singers. Then they had Terry Bradford, who I didn't know. And then they had my little group at the end. And we were called the Songbirds. And we were going to do This Little Light of Mine. That's what we were going to do, This Little Light of Mine. And so when I looked at the program, I'm going like, oh, who put this program together? They know we're the weakest link in this lineup. Why did they put us at the end? You don't start out with your weakest link. I mean, you don't end with your weakest link. You begin with the weakest link or the one that's not quite so good, because that's what I thought about my group. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I thought about myself at that time, right? And Florence, every time the piano player would play something, I would go like, oh my God, he could really play music. Oh my God, he reads, I don't read, And then somebody else would sing and I would go like, oh my God, how are we going to follow that? They're so much better than I am. Oh, well. And the people would get up and pray and they were using all these words and they were fluid in their prayers. I'm going like, these people are obviously smarter than I am. I was judging myself left and right. So, when they say, spiritual practice, and then you have an aha. It never happened like that for me. Spiritual practice gives me songs. Okay, it gives me music. So I'm touching something. But the big moments came when I've been crashing, when I was doing all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
the universe is
Yep.
shaking the house.
Yep.
Get
Absolutely.
you to
Absolutely.
wake up, right? Because it was deep. So all of them sang, and then all of a sudden, when the other people were singing, I was in judgment. But then there was a singer with a vibration that was so pure, that was so in alignment with itself. And I had never met this guy. I had all kind of judgment about him too, because he looked funny. And his hair was straight. He was African-American, but he had blown his hair straight, ginger, kind of hanging down like that. And his lips looked like what mine are looking like these days, like this. And so he would smile and he would go, ah! He would sing, he would speak like that. I was like, who is this? Who is this guy? Right? So then the piano player who could really play, his name was Randy Randolph. Randy Randolph started to play. I don't know the key, but well, maybe it was here. And then Terry looked at me. I don't know why he looked at me. but God knows. And he said, if you believe within yourself, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when they'll say it's yours. When he said that, I lost it. I lost it. And this is why. Because I was so hurt from the record industry and the discrimination and what it is I thought I would achieve that I hadn't achieved. I was 39 years old. At that time I was 37 years old. I was in a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. I was doing music that wasn't fulfilling me. And I was just needing more in my life. And I just was so disappointed by the world. And when he said, and so I was like, the time didn't come around when they said it was mine. It didn't come around. I was like, well, they ain't come around yet, And he said, when they'll say it's yours. And that's when I just started crying. I was just went like, but it wasn't that loud, but I'm just letting I was really crying. I was weeping. And the songbirds, the 4 women that were going to sing with me, they all covered me. The women, they all covered me. And Terry's still singing. I'm weeping. And what they see in my body is a woman that's crying, right? But what's happening is the Spirit is taking me way high on this mountain with this 360-degree view. It was the world. I could see the whole world. I could see it. And they're not talking, but telepathically I'm getting it. They was like, this is what we have for you. You made the decisions about your life from your sense of who you are, your low self-esteem. That's what you did. But this is what we have for you. This is what we think of you. And he's just singing. And then at the end, he's like, so, and then when they're mentoring and healing me. And then when I come back into my body, into the room, he's at this part where he goes like, believe in yourself. You remember that part? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself as God believes in you. And then he goes like, he goes real high and the whole place goes crazy, right? And guess who's been ordained?
You.
Guess who's been ordained?
You were.
Yeah.
Rickie Byars.
Yes. That's what he meant when he was like, what do you want to do that for?
Yeah.
That happened to you a long time ago.
Oh.
But if he had said that, it would have felt better. But it was okay. Now I get what he meant. Because I was trying to make something happen. I was trying to make it in the world. And like my uncle told me when I was visiting him last week, he says, you can't make life. You have to let life. And how do you let life? You don't ask how. You learn how. You learn how. One step, one breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One choice at a time. Yeah. One choice. That's how we get there. And now I'm really, I discovered, some of you, I know Kabbalah knows about this person, because about Kabbalah, I know Kabbalah knows some things. But this, have you ever heard of Ramana Maharshi? Anybody? Ramana Maharshi was a great.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he was a Sri Ramana Maharshi. The Dalai Lama says, like, his spiritual wisdom is guiding millions of people, because he's no longer on the planet, but man, his point of view was only here it was only it was to simply be who we are. Simply to be who we are, to return to our original nature. Now, this is a pictorial. The name of it is The Essential Teachings of Ramana Maharshi. The Essential Teachings of Ramana Maharshi. And it's a visual journal, so they have pictures of him. But more than anything, what he's saying is like surrender is giving oneself up to the origin of one's being. You know, so I'm not surrendering to an order or a demand. It's like I'm surrendering to my divine nature. That's let my soul surrender to the heart of God. Yeah, yeah. And I'm finding that when I can go simply back to the beginning, back to the breath, back to acceptance, and touching that inner core of who I am, it gets me ready to hold others in that same space when they seem to be miles and miles away. It's like, you know what? I can't make them see it. And, you know, I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about just in my family. You know, so many times the news is talking about what's happening in the world and this, you know, this matters and this matters. And it's like, well, let's get into our families and see what are we doing with each other? What are we doing with our children? What are we doing with our neighbors? What are we doing? Then we go into the community. What are we doing with the community from that place of centeredness, from our oneness, from our love? And that, you know, that's pretty much all I got to say, because that song, that first song I sang, this one, love, love, love who? Who? Everybody. Love, 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 when it's hard to love, love, our loving will change the world. That's deep right there. That's deep. That's deep. Share, share, share who you are, and share, share, share when it's hard to share. Speak your truth. Share. Our sharing will change the world. You know? And just when I think that, man, I need to be out doing something, I need to do something. It's like, girl, do you know your songs are changing people's lives? You need to sing, sing, sing all together, sing, sing, sing. When it's hard to sing, you sing. Your singing will change the world, will change me, change my mind. My singing gets me back in alignment. Love, 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 everybody. Love, 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 when it's hard to love, love, our loving will change the world. Our loving will change the world.
Thank you so
Oh, thank you. I don't know if we've had enough Rickie though. I feel I
much.
could listen to you for days. Days.
Yes.
Wow.
What else
Oh,
do you have for us now?
Well, you know, I'm not looking at the clock, so I don't, you know, I can go on and on. So I just wanted to.
Well, I think you can go for another 10 minutes.
Okay, that's what I needed to hear. Okay.
good, good.
Okay, okay, open up. What you want to hear?
Which I want to
Not you, Florence.
hear.
Nobody from the team.
Nobody from the team. Okay.
Maybe Dina.
Okay. Oh,
Well, because Dina did that long ritual, she deserves it. So I mean, okay, okay. What do you want to hear? And put it in the chat.
I want to hear.
I want to hear how how you sang the night after you ordained.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's a great. Yeah. I need to end this and let you know what happened to the story. So after Terry Bradford finished, and then there was the ordination ceremony, and I was so good. I was new. I was made new, right? So
Right.
and my kids were sitting, my little 5 and 6 year old were sitting behind me. 4 and 5 year old were sitting behind me, and a 5 and 6 year old, and then it was time for the songbirds. And when we went up, I wasn't nervous at all. We hit the piano, and I'm like, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Shine, let it shine, let it shine. Deep down in my soul, deep down in my soul, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. Deep down in my soul, in my soul. Well, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, deep down in my soul, I'm gonna let it shine. Shine, let it shine, let it shine. Whoa, what's another one? All around the world. Did I say that one? I'm gonna let it shine all around the world, all around the world. Well, I'm gonna let it shine all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And the singer sang, we got a standing ovation, and we all felt good about what we were able to share. And then afterwards, there was this big reception. It was at a place that was called the Miramar Sheraton Hotel it was in Santa Monica.
Yeah, we know that one.
And guess who came over to the piano? Because I was in so much bliss. I was in bliss, but I was present, but I was in bliss. So I was just over there by the piano sitting, just in bliss. And guess who came over there to tell me how much they loved my music, how much they loved what we did?
Terry?
Terry Gordy.
Oh,
Terry Gordy came over and was like,
Yes.
wow, I really enjoyed that song you did. Oh wow, you guys were really great. And for the first time, because usually I would have had a tape in my purse going like, hey, here's a tape of my music. Can you listen to my music? I'm looking for a deal. But you know what? I didn't give no tape, Frank. I didn't give no tape, Annette. Barbara, I didn't give a tape. Mary, I didn't get no tape. I didn't give a tape. I just said, thank you. Thank you. He's like, oh, yeah, you guys were great. And so many people were coming over and congratulating us. And the Songbirds was the first iteration of what would become the Agape Choir.
Wow. Wow.
it's there.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Beautiful.
So
That's
Dina
so
says, how about
beautiful.
Spirit of God?
The Spirit of God is upon.
Okay. All right. And listen, I want to tell you how much of a privilege it is to be here tonight. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
Spiritual Community Movement. I love the spirit of this group. I love the way you do what you do. It's
Thank you.
lovely,
Thank you.
and it's relevant.
We feel blessed to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel blessed to be here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I like Mother, Father, God, and Goddess. But you say God and Goddess. I was like, well, oh, thank you, God and Goddess. Whoa, the Spirit of God is upon me. 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 Oh, I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. Cause the scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love cause I want to. I love because I am free. I'm blinded by the Spirit. Oh Lord, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, every day it's upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I don't need any prodding. I don't need any law. I want to sing with all my heart that God is my all in all. I let go of my burden. I did. Loving has made me free. I thank God for my freedom. Don't you know the Spirit of joy is upon me? Yes, it is. Oh, every day it's upon me. Oh, I gotta sing. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, can I do the last verse? Can I do the last verse?
Yes, 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 yes.
It was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed loving God would be hard. Oh, but loving God is a wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. I thank God for my freedom. Let me tell you that the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon you. Oh, the Spirit of God is anointing you. Oh, the Spirit of love is healing you. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you.
Oh my God. Woo!
Fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
Fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. Love it, love it.
May
We
all
have been anointed by Rickie Byars. Oh my goodness, goddess. The goddess is so good. The goddess is so good. Thank you. I'm high now. I'm high. You have me blissing out in my
Oh,
bedroom.
what's funny, because Terry Bradford was showing who I would become.
He knew.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
Yes.
who I would,
Yeah.
who I was gonna that it was in me, but I said I want to have the kind of voice that does that, and
Yeah.
that touches people on that level. And I didn't know I was already doing it, but I became aware of the glory of it, and began to
Yes.
sing of the glory of it. Because
Yes.
God is good, and I know that that it's a gift, and I can give thanks for it, and really, really, really appreciate the love that comes to me. I can receive that, and that was something that I was denying myself by judging myself. When we judge ourselves, we're denying the love to ourselves, right? So if you want to hear me a little bit more sometimes, check me out on Sunday morning in the B Hood. Yeah, I moved from Saturday to Sunday, Florence.
Oh,
Yeah,
aha.
I moved back to Sunday. Yes, and
What
so
time? What
from
time
10
is
to, from 10 to 12, you can get there through my website, rickiebyars.org, or you can get there through facebook.com/Rickie Byars, spell my name right, and you can come on into the B Hood, and the B Hood is pretty wild in the B Hood,
the B Hood?
the B Hood.
Oh, I'm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
and
you're on.
and I tell everybody, just in case you're interested, this is.
Rickie,
Can you hear me?
your
I
voice
think
is
first.
unabashedly connected to the creative spirit that comes and moves through you. And it cannot help but to invite everyone else to just let go. Let go and just let that hold the spirit of God be upon us, and your songs, your voice, your countenance, your spirit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Beautiful,
much.
beautiful.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Florence. I love you, and you're an amazing conduit yourself, both of you guys.
Say your
yes.
energy is powerful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Ricky, so much. I really, I'm not even joking that I feel anointed. I feel like I could cry. So thank you. Thank you. And I know we all feel it. I mean, it's amazing the transmission that you laid down with that last song. It just touched my heart. So it's a wonderful segue to go to Burl, who is going to lead us into a silent meditation where we can go be with the one, be with the divine energy, the divine goddess, and know that we are perfect exactly as we are. There's nothing we need to be added on to us. We are that beautiful, beautiful spirit of God. So, Burl, take it away for us, please, and lead us down deep and cover us with this anointing.
Thank you, Nancy. So, my name is Burl. I'll be leading the World Healing Meditation tonight. And I'll be leading it with a drum. And meditating with a drum, like pretty much all meditation techniques, uses a focus for the conscious mind, a something for the conscious mind to hold on to, something for it to lock into, such that it ignores that voice in our head that chatters away all day long. And deprived of conscious attention by this focus, the chatterbox will quiet down and become still. When we become still, there is a moment of expanded awareness, a sense of a connection with a greater whole. And that for me is the essence of meditation. What I'd like to do now is everyone, please just get relaxed, settle back in your chairs, close your eyes. Take a deep breath and release. Allow all stress, tension to flow away with that breath. Once more, a nice deep breath, settling into relaxation. Now just breathe normally, and with each exhalation, feel yourself slipping deeper into the relaxation. Focus on listening. Give the drum 100% of your conscious attention. Ignoring the chatterbox, allowing it to quiet down and become still. And since this is a world healing meditation, I encourage everyone participating to, when you reach that place of stillness and connection, open up your heart center, allow healing energy to flow through, radiate out into your life, across the planet, healing all who are in need. Focus on listening. Let the drum take you there. now, as the rhythm fades away, take a deep breath. Becoming aware of your body, sitting in meditation. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes, alert and aware, here and now. Know that in the craziness and chaos of our world today, what we do here makes a difference. Makes a difference in our own lives, the lives of people we love, and in the planet. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Burl. Thank you so much. I don't know if anyone has the closing invocation in front of them, but if not, I think I could do it by heart almost. Does anybody have it?
I do.
Oh, great, Liz. Would you read
Yeah.
it for us?
Yeah, I would love to.
I would love you to hear your little voice. Ah,
Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred space and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here tonight out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day.
Oh,
oh. No. Thank you, Liz. You were right on perfect time. Oh my goodness. I just don't, I'm beyond words, but it's been such a beautiful night. I know that everyone has just been uplifted by the words of everything that was said tonight, but especially I just got from Rickie that I am perfect, just as I am, and that nothing needs to be added unto me. I just need to open up to that divine oneness that I am. And I don't know why we forget that, and that we start at home and we move out to our neighbors and our community. But right here where I am, to my grandson who's 7 years old, that shows me every day what joy and beauty and intelligence and wisdom looks like. I mean, it will come from the little children, and they are far ahead of us already. I mean, they are amazing. But I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you, Dina. Thank you. We're going to hear Dina one more time in our closing rituals. But thank you, Florence. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Burl, for that beautiful meditation. I think Rickie's anointing let me go so deep with that drumming. And thank you, Frank, for being our wonderful, beautiful president of Spiritual Unity Movement and keeping us all together through these hard times this last year and a half when we couldn't meet together. We have met together every month for 15 years, 20 years. This has not been easy, not to hug, not to get to embrace each other. I was just thinking if this ceremony with Rickie was in the Onion, we would have blown the roof off the place. I mean, I know we probably did in our own homes, but it was just magical that we've been able to do it on Zoom and still stay connected. So thank you. And just as a reminder, we are a 501c3, and any donation is appreciated of any size. And we aren't asking for anything if you don't have anything to give. I mean, we just love your presence here tonight. Rickie, do you have something you want to say?
Yes, I didn't want to interrupt your what you were saying about the donations. So give, everybody. It's give. God is good. And give. Give and
Thank
live. Good to give. I want to also remind everybody that I'm doing the 23rd Soul Sisters Retreat. This is the last day to register. Those of you who are interested, it's a great women's retreat. It's virtual this year, but it's really good. And you can go to soulsisterstoday.com and check it out. And if you don't come, just go check it out anyway. And also, I have a Wednesday gathering called Soul Fulfilling. That's really, really great. It's a conversation between myself and life coach Ade, who's in the UK, and we just go at it. And then there's music, and so it's conversations and music. It's and that's what and I would want you to know that.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Rickie.
thank you so much. Yeah, please.
It's been
Whatever you want to tell us, we want to listen. Oh, all right. I I think um I think we've come to the time where we'll bring Dina back. Unless Frank, is there anything I forgot that you want us to?
No, just thank everyone for showing up tonight. You are all beautiful souls. Thank you so much.
Can I sing a closing song?
Yes, yes,
The name of this song
please.
is Blessed Always.
Oh, yeah.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God, the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant in God.
God and say all right. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
What a blessing this evening has been.
You.
Dina, do you want to?
Rickie, I've heard you sing for over 20 years, but
Hello?
tonight I really
You
saw
didn't
you.
stop.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
We are going to open it up after Dina finishes. So let's go ahead and let Dina go ahead and finish, and then we'll have a conversation.
Okay.
That was so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Reverend Rickie. We've been calling you back for years, so thank you so much for your gift and for sharing. Thank you, everyone who has attended. As we move now into our closing ritual, I invite you to retain that centered focus that we created in our meditation and throughout this ceremony. And let us take just a moment now to do that. Let's savor the centered focus of healing energy that we've generated here tonight together. And remember that as you let your own light shine, you simultaneously give others permission to do the same. Clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light, a being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance for our global future. Know that at a certain point, one grain of sand can tip the scales, and you, in this very moment, are that grain of sand. I would like to invite you to bring your attention to your heart space as together we form and embody the spiritual power that has been generated and received here tonight from the forces of light that guide this service. Let us focus that energy, allowing it to rise up and pour a blessing out into our world, out into our lives, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. Together, in our own spaces, we will sound an extended free-form Om. And as the sacred tone pours through you, allow yourself to feel it. Feel yourself participating and drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself, and then sending it out into your life and into our world. And as together we sound this Om, the sacred Om, let us consciously extend our blessing to our planetary life, to Mother Earth, including the animals and the trees, the air and the water, as well as to all those who are in need of healing of any type. For those we would like to include in this healing circle that we are creating in our own designated spaces, we speak their names now. And with a deep breath, power, love, and the intelligence, let us send this healing light energy to transform the consciousness of humankind with our continuing free form own. Blessings to you all, and good night. And you can continue in your space as you like. Thank you. Blessings.
Namaste.
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 Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rickie. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy and Dina and Rickie and Florence and Kabbalah.
Buddy.
hi, Mary Catherine. So good
Hi,
to hear your
honey.
voice. Wonderful to hear your voice.
Thank you. Love to be heard. You know that.
Yes. Hi, Agnes.
Hi, I miss Rickie and I miss Agape a lot. I used to like that song, "We Are Only Here for God," or whatever that was. The Spirit, I forget what the name was. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tina.
Oh, you'll like it.
Yeah, we have to come join Rickie more.
Yes, we are.
Hi, Louise.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for everything that you did. Thank you, Rickie. I see you. I hear you. You're beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless everybody.
Thank you. She always does.
Good night and go peek at the moon.
Yes,
Oh,
she
yes,
is.
absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I
let's
gotta
go
peek
look
at
at
the moon.
let's go
That's
look
right.
at the moon.
Sister
Let's
Moon.
go look at her.
Yeah.
Let's go look at how beautiful and full she is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Love you. Stuff.
Usually the other direction.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Okay, Flaubert.
There was
So
somebody.
nice to see you, Kabbalah.
Hi, Janice.
And Dina, Frank. Dina.
Good night.
Dina looks
Good
so
night, Florence. Good
night.
night, Kabbalah. Good night,
Night.
Hi, Janice.
Nancy and Liz.
You look like a little girl. Dina looks like a little girl.
Yeah, her hair is
I know, it's so cute. She's so cute.
There was somebody
All right.
when I looked at
There
her,
we go.
like Louise Hay. So we had Louise Hay here tonight.
Wow.
Her name was Lisa, and I don't remember her last name. She,
Okie
and she was a
dokie.
blonde. She
There she
looked
is.
like Louise Hay to me. So I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
so the upper levels coming through. Yeah. Beautiful evening. Loved the drumming
Yes.
meditation so much. Loved your introduction into the drumming meditation too.
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys are amazing. Love you.
Love you.
Love you all. Love you, Spiritual
guys.
Unity Movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
And Liz,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
for
What in the world is that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Echo.
Mhm.
So beautiful.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Kabbalah.
Thank you. That was a perfect evening.
Yes, Kabbalah.
Yeah, we love you,
Yes.
Kabbalah. We miss you. We miss hugging
Yes.
you.
Where's Liz? Yeah, we love Liz.
How about kisses?
All right. Yeah. We've been blowing them.
Yes, yes.
We're blowing kisses.
Yes.
Ricky, when is your next CD coming out?
I think she left.
Unmute
Oh.
yourself.
And that's now she's there.
Oh, she is. I can't. Oh,
There she is.
You know, I've been
oh,
writing.
there she is.
I've been writing so much music, but I'm writing ahead of myself, so I'm moving faster than I can manage. So, which means to me that I just need to slow down a little bit, and then I'll find the way to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So moving and so right. It's needed. It's really needed. Needed to be out there. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in the next year.
Okay.
Oh, good.
We'll see you at our board meeting on Sunday, next Sunday? No, Sunday, second Sunday,
Yes. A week from Sunday.
a week from Sunday.
August 1st.
Bye, thank you. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love
Okay.
you.
Love you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Liz.
Love you.
Liz.